Welcome back. It's coming up for 9:15. Let's bring you this discussion now. Students shot during protests at Walter Sisulu University earlier this year will testify at a commission of inquiry looking into what happened. That commission was established to probe violence at the institution's Mthatha campus following the fatal shooting of student Sisonke Mbolekwa. Let's take you there live with Newzroom Afrika's Liyema Vumisa. Liyema, you're tracking the commission of inquiry and you've heard some of the evidence that's been peddled before the commission so far. I imagine today ranks as one of the more important days, with the very students who were impacted giving their side of the story.
That's right, Michelle. An incredibly important day, particularly for the families of those students who were wounded following the different and really the separate incidents of a protest that occurred at the Mthatha campus of Walter Sisulu University. Now, you would understand that during those days and back in that moment, all four of those students, SA2 Sisonke, the now deceased Sisonke, Lizwa, and also Ntando, were, in the shelf and did not want to come out, except, of course, for Sisonke, because unfortunately he passed away as a result of having been fatally wounded. But the remaining students, all three of them, they did not want to speak, not to the media, not to the institution, not to even anyone or even their fellow students at the university, because they were fearing for their lives and really they were still experiencing an incredibly huge amount of trauma from those bullets that they suffered. Now, you'd understand then that one of those students, S.A. Tundamase, had since been, admitted in hospital as a result of that, because she was shot at her back and had to undergo several surgeries. But we understand today, all three of those students, together with their families, you can imagine the amount of trauma that the families themselves must be going through. I can recall back, in that month of April when we spoke to Sisonke's mother. Sisonke is the fatally shot student. She was livid at the experience that her son had undergone, having been protesting, allegedly, peacefully, as they claim, but having to succumb to his death as a result of that. Now, the mother is also here today, and she will be giving her account of how she has been impacted as a family of the Mbolekwas today, together with the rest of the other, families. So it is really an incredibly important day today, particularly for the witnesses and also for the commission itself, because at the heart of everything, Michelle, is that the commission wants to really get to the nuts and bolts of what transpired at the Walter Sisulu University in the Mthatha campus pertaining to violence at the institution. Now, besides today, we still understand that there are other key witnesses that are still expected to take the stand, including the professor who is at the helm of the institution. That would be the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Songa, is also expected to take the stand here. But today certainly is going to be one that will be in the books, because you can imagine the students themselves who were wounded having to recall that day, what transpired and, some of the events leading up to that day. So certainly we are going to be, entering the premises here in this venue and listening on that, and as and when we are able to, for you to be able to take us live, we will certainly do that and also report back then on some of the evidence that these key witnesses will reveal today.